Hello, this is Deb Joyce Meek from Delight of My Art. Today we're doing some kits. And if you don't know, our kits are on special right now. Buy one, get one 50% off the entire kits collection. So if you go to the Stampin' Up website or you go to orderwithdeb.com, go to the drop-down menu and go to Kits Collection. All of those are buy one, get one half off. And here's a tip. You put one in your cart that's the lower price one, and then the higher price one will be half off. Oh, so today we're going to be putting together the Light the Candles card kit. This is one that they introduced, I think, back in January, and then it was so incredibly popular that it was out of stock for about 4 months. So this is literally the first time I've even gotten to see this one. Even though it's not brand new, I haven't gotten to put it together. But before we do that, I'm going to show you a couple of the other kits that we do have in stock, and I will be showing in person next week at the Williamston Jubilee and also at the Kits Party at Cancun the following Monday. So it's not this coming Monday, it's the Monday after that in Williamston. If you're in mid-Michigan, come and check me out and say hi. So here's one that's called No Matter the Weather card kit. You can see that it comes with these cute pieces to make all of these little rain boot cards. Let me see if I can get this closer. Look how cute these are. And if you notice, there's little tiny raindrop epoxy dots that come in this one. Uh-oh, did I freeze? There we go. And it comes with this twine. It comes with all of the stamps in order to create some raindrops, some clouds, a lot of words. And then it comes with all of the adhesive dots that you'd need, some twine, a block, a stamping spot, all of these cute patterned envelopes. So that's card number one. You get 3 of those. So all of these kits come with all of these pieces. And I actually had pieces left over in all these kits to decorate my boards here. So adorable little cards. So that's the No Matter the Weather card kit. Let me see if I can, I'll put this over on this side. Just a quick peek at some of the other display boards that I made for my upcoming fairs here. This is the Notes of Cheer card kit. This is a non-stamping one, so it's not very expensive because it doesn't include an ink pad and a stamp spot. And it does have all the adhesive and these beautiful, beautiful iridescent rhinestones. And it has butterfly-shaped cards. I think that's so cool. And this one comes in 4 different languages. So that's one more. I'm just showing you a couple of my favorites. I don't have every single kit. There's lots of different options. This one's called Sentimental Rose, and it has this beautiful color wash on all of these cards. Again, this one makes 9 cards. You get happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, congratulations. Really pretty color palette, and there's the stamps in that one. On my display boards, you'll notice in person I've added a little bit for shipping. So online they're a little bit less, but then you're going to have to pay for shipping also. So this one's a magnet board kit. This one's really cool. You get 2 double-sided pieces of 12 by 12 to stick on here. I just stuck this on with magnets. And it comes with all these little binder clips and tons of cards to decorate. And I've decorated all of these with just the kit components. I've made all these little pieces. You can have to-do lists or shopping lists or recipes, dinner ideas, all these cute little cards on here. And I cut out a few pieces, got calendars, super cute. And then it's got all these 2 little pockets that you can just clip on there to hold all the rest of it. So that's a really fun one. And then here's another one of my favorites. This is the last one I'll have a board for. This one's called Robot Buddies, and I love the googly eyes in this one. Look how many were left over after I made all 9 cards. This one comes with 2 ink pads, and the block comes with all these little robot stamps, so you could create your own robots. This would be so much fun to do with kids. So I made all these different robots here. So cute. And it comes with 2 full sticker sheets. I only used most of one, and I still have all these, and I was able to still decorate my board here with all of the extra pieces. cute pattern envelopes here. So that's just a sneak peek at some of the other kits that are available. But let's go ahead and put this one together. I'm going to take my face away now. In a second. Oops. Let's see. Where did I go? There we go. Oops. Just kidding. Clicked it twice. All right. Here we go. We have the kits here. I'm going to move this over so we can put this together. This one's called Light the Candles card kit. And all you need to do is have a pair of scissors handy and you are good to go. There are a few extra tools that I do like to have on hand, but they're not necessary, and sometimes even scissors aren't necessary. Depending on if there's twine or something in your kit. And I don't even remember what's in this one. It's a birthday one. So I need to make a display board for this one anyway, so I do need to put all of these together. So here's what your kit looks like. It comes in this cute little box. You could wrap this up. I've seen people do boxes for, like, give a box of sunshine for people. You could just redecorate the front here, or the people that stand on the corner, the homeless people, fill this with a bunch of toiletries or gloves and stuff and reuse your boxes like that. All right, we've got a Coastal Cabana stamp pad, ink pad. We've got some stamps and this whole kit. And this will empty the box. We'll put the box to the side. Here is our kit contents. And so I'll just slice right here. And take this whole bag away. Ooh, these are cool. These are kind of gold, but they're also iridescent and kind of sparkly. You can see those. See this block here? This is what we're going to be putting our stamp on. If you're new to stamping, this is an essential piece. We've got our envelopes. Oh my goodness, look how cute these are. Whew. Looks like we get, oh wow, how many are in here? We get 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if they gave me an extra envelope by mistake. I have 5 of these. Cool. Oh, this is pretty. Can you see all the sparkle on this? Very shimmery. So it looks like we have 4 of those. I think they gave me an extra envelope. That's pretty funny. And this is an overlay, so we can see all this is already die cut, and I feel like this is probably going to go over top of this panel right here. We've got some card bases here. 4 of these and 4 of these. I'll just make 1 of each of these. You don't have to watch me make 8 cards. And then we've got this cute birthday cake, sparkly. You guys can hear me, right? It's saying my audio is turned off. I turned off the audio to my face, but kept it on my hands, I think. And then we got this piece that goes over top of those. Ooh, look at all this. This is adhesive foam strips. I'll have to read the directions on how to use those. We've got some little banners. These are all die cut and ready to get punched out. I feel like it's pretty bright over here. Let's see. Can you see these? This is actually a blue. It's really, really pale, but it's blue because this one is white. And we've got some circles here. I feel like that's hard to see. And then we've got some more little rectangles here. Some little banners. Oh, these are blue. Did I get this one backwards? No, these are all white. And this one's Night of Navy. All right, we've got our little die cut pieces. Here is our adhesive dots. These are double-sided, sticky, and you just take, this is where the scissors come in handy. You take a little piece off, stick it where you want it, and then you take the backing off. This is your chipboard. You can use this as a practice stamping surface. and it will also help give your crafting surface a nice firm, even, flat playing field. And then don't forget, on the other side of your chipboard are your directions. So let's go ahead and put all of this stuff to the side, and I'll just bring out one of each of everything so that we can put this together. One of each. Here's our sparkly bits. And we're probably going to want one of these. We'll just get one of every piece, and then we'll read the directions. I love popping out perforated things. I think it's fun. So there's those. Little circle. See, they give you a few extras of each of these because you're stamping on them, and they just want to make sure you're happy with what you've stamped. Here's our adhesives, and we need one of each of these card bases. So put these pieces to the side, and I get my block handy. Here's our cute little rhinestone things. This is one of my extra tools that's not a necessity, but it's really nice to have. It's called a bone folder, and it just helps to give your cards a very nice crease. Sometimes if you just fold it with your fingers, your card doesn't stay flat. It just kind of pops up. Let's try it with this one. Here's the other card base. So if you were to just fold this with your fingernail, you can see that this one's popping up and this one folded flat. So it just helps give it a nice crease so that it stays closed. All right, so on these cards, I have full color directions. Light the Candles card kit. This will tell me everything I need for card number 1 and everything I need for card number 2. We open it further. You can see a ruler along the side here. There's centimeters and inches. And then this is step-by-step directions for each card. So card number 1, we are going to be putting flat. You can see there's 2 different kinds of adhesive actually. We have these bars here, that's the foam strips. And then the dots here, these little whoops here, are the flat circles. So that's these right here and the foam strips. Each kit might have a little bit different. Most of the time you'll have dimensionals, which are little octagon, hexagon kind of shapes that are foam and dimensional like this. So these strips look fun to use. All right, so let's follow these directions. This card goes this way, and that's listed as card number 1. And it's telling me that this piece right here will be getting these little dots in the corner. So I will take my scissors. This is how I like to do it. Tip of my scissors, I'll just stick those dots right in the corner like so. The nice thing about these kits is they're so portable, since everything you need is in the box, and wherever you're going probably has a pair of scissors, unless you're going camping in the woods. Then it might be hard to stamp anyway. Then you are all set with everything you need. So you just kind of flick these little pieces off. You can put more on there if you want to, but it told me I only need 4, and we're going to trust that that's right. All right, so this one goes just like this, flat on there. That's so festive already. And then on the back of this piece right here, we've got just some strips. And this will kind of pop this whole panel up. Yeah, so we want to do it on the back side. Looks like I want to get it over enough so that it doesn't interfere with the little windows here. Hopefully that one's not showing. Looks fine. And one more. Down at the bottom. Now these have backings on them too. So you just tear that off. Get rid of your trash. And we'll line that up right on top. Looks like it's the exact same size as the other paper. So if I line up the paper corners, it should line up pretty good. Ooh, yeah, that's cute. Ooh, that's cute. Look at that. That was so easy too. All right, so now it's telling me to get out this long white banner, my stamping block, and the stamp Hip Hip Hooray. Now if you look at your stamping block, if you're new, there's one piece of plastic that's thick and one piece of plastic that's thinner. Peel off the thinner piece and set that aside. We'll put it back on when we're done, but this is where everything's going to be stored on your piece here. So we're just going to take this Hip Hip Hooray off, and you can tell where to put it back because it is printed on the thick piece. So we'll just go ahead and put that to the side for now. And your block, this is probably going to have to go diagonal since it's such a nice big stamp. But everything that you get in your kits will fit on the block they give you. If you're having trouble sticking it on, go ahead and stick it on the table and then pick it up from there. Just make sure you can read it through the block. There. Now we'll go ahead and open up our ink pad. And this has little perforations right here and right here. So just open up your paper snips. These are nice small scissors that we have for sale in the catalog. They're $10, which is about the same price as other scissors, or cheaper than you'd get at the craft stores locally. And they're real nice. I didn't push hard enough. Let's see. There we go. There. This is a little mini ink pad. So the ink part is raised, so you can use any size stamp on this. Nice for traveling. Really nice for the Stamparatus. All right, so here we go. We're just going to ink up this stamp. With new stamps, I like to test it on some scrap paper. And my favorite type of scrap paper when I'm using kits is this pack of grid paper for the Stamparatus, is what it's intended for. But it's so nice and small, you can actually almost fit it right in the kit boxes. And it has measurements right on it, so I can tell that my stamps are straight and I can measure things real easy. It's just really helpful. So I just like to test that the first time, because I feel like the first time a stamp kind of takes the ink, it's not quite right. So I don't want to stamp that on my piece here until it's ready. All right, I think it's ready now though. Hip hip hooray. So we'll go ahead and give a firm press on the back where the stamp is, straight down and then straight up. If it sticks to the stamp, just put your finger under there and flick it down. And here we have our stamped image. Hip hip hooray. And it says, today's your day, on this little blue piece. Okay, so we're gonna have to find that little stamp. Today is your day. This little one right here. So, oops, I'll go ahead and tap this off on my grid paper. You can either wipe this with a baby wipe or use our Stampin' Scrub as an option to give that a clean, or our Stampin' Chamois. Again, I'm going to put this, since it's photopolymer, these can bend on your block. So I like to put them again on this grid paper to make sure that it's straight. You can see the lines right through the stamp, and then pick it up with the block again. So we'll go ahead and test this one more time. and then we'll stamp it on this little piece. You can tell these projects come together pretty fast because all of the pieces are already prepped for you. Again, it's sticking to my stamp here, so I'm just going to put my fingernail right under there and just touch it, and it just falls right off. Okay. And then it says we also need this blue banner piece. I think that's all we need for this card. I'll put this off to the side for a second. Actually, we'll wipe off our stamp here and put it back on this little piece because then it stays safe. And it says that this piece is flat. Is that right? This piece is bumped up. It's hard to tell on the directions a little bit, I think, because they're upside down. How am I to know which one of those? Oh, the shorter one. The shorter one is bumped up. See, that strip is a little bit shorter. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so this one's flat, this one's bumped up. I'm using my old noodle to figure it out. All right, so we need the flat ones to go on these two. I'll just use the tip of my scissors again. It's telling me I just need 3 on this big one and 2 on the little one. Towards the top, it says. So I'll put it towards the top like the picture shows. And there, I've used 1 whole row of adhesive. So now I'll take the backing off of this blue piece. This is brand new to me, so I haven't reviewed these directions at all. I'm figuring this out as I go, just as you might if you were to get this in the mail. All right, we've got this strip here. Hip, hip, hooray. Goes on top of that. Like so. And then we've got these little backing pieces. I'll get this close to the camera when I'm done here. This will tuck right up. Okay, so this is sticking to the white one. That's why the adhesive is up towards the top. So that's where that landed. That is really cute. And now we can put our gems on. Oh, look, they go right in the candles. That's clever. Again, with my scissor tips, I feel like this is a nice tool to use. We do have other tools such as our take your pick tool. It's got a little sticky end where you could just touch it to here and place them where they go. But if you don't have that, the tip of your scissors works just fine. This is really cute, nice and bright and cheerful. Let me know if you're watching live. I'd love for you to say hi and where you're from. What you're doing on a Friday night. There we go. All those little gems on there. Everything's sparkling. I don't know if it's coming through in the camera, but everything is sparkling on my end. There we go. So that's card number 1. Put that off to the side for a second and start on card number 2. So again, we've got 4 of each of these. So once you get going, you'll be an expert. All right, so we've got these big pieces here. And then this circle and the little banner. All right, so it's telling me to put this one flat. So we'll put these flat adhesives in the corner again. I was on a little bit later than usual today. My family is planning on going camping. They like going backpack camping, so it's really rustic. And I've got about 4 events next week, so I'm staying back to prepare for those. But also, I love that they love to go camping. I do not love to go backpack camping. I don't like peeing in the woods. And I don't like getting bit by bugs. And I get bit by bugs a lot on vacation in the woods or elsewhere in my yard. So I must be extra sweet or something. It's not my favorite. But 4 kids, they love their father. I'm so happy that he likes to take them out and do that kind of thing with them. I think it's so important to spend time with the kids. And I spend time with them when they're here, when I don't have to pee in the woods. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, so we need to put this piece on. Oh, this is okay. So here's some fun directions. So it's telling me we need 4 of these strips. Can you see this? We need 4 strips, and one of them you're going to cut in half. So I'm going to put 1 at the top, 1 at the side, 1 at the side, and we're going to put 2 in the middle of the cake. And then we're going to take another one and just use a quarter of it for the circle. Okay. Alrighty. I can do that. All right, we're going to cut this in half. I'm going to put this, oh, it says right here on the top piece and the bottom piece right there. So not on the center. And then we'll use 1 on the top. And 2 on the side. You can see these are sticky. So if you're just popping on, I'm putting together the Light Your Candles birthday kit. And all of our kits right now are on buy one, get one half off. So my suggestion is pay for the one that's least expensive, and they will take the more expensive one at half off. I can't believe they did that. That's crazy. You never get that kind of a deal when you go to the store. It's always you get the cheaper one at half price. I'm shocked. That's so cool. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't follow the directions and stamp on this piece right here. I was supposed to stamp little sprinkles in the corners. We might be able to do that still. I'm probably not, since I already put the sticky stuff on the back. I was not paying attention. All right, so we're gonna give it a try. All right, we're gonna test our ink or our stamp real quick on my practice paper. Those are just sprinkles. Okay, so that's just, let's put it on where it's supposed to go, because if I set it down elsewhere, it's just gonna stick to something else. Oops. All right, should we try it? It might look weird. I'm just gonna be real gentle. This kind of works. If I don't get ink around my block, then it should be okay. I think I'm getting away with it. There. I got my sprinkles on. All right, we'll leave the ink pad open. We need 1 more little stamp that says happy birthday to you. Look at how many extra stamps they give you. You don't need any but 2 of these. Oh, 3. The sprinkles and the hip hip hooray. Oh, we did use 2 on the last one. 2 on this one and 2 on the last one. But there's so many more stamps here. You got happy birthday. You have light the candles and make a wish. Those would be great greetings for the inside, right? Birthday wishes and happy birthday to you would both fit in this little circle. Today's your day. We did that one, right? And this one says make a wish and wishing you a happy birthday. Very cute. Oops, I forgot to get the one that I need. Let's clean this one off. And we'll grab the one that they say happy birthday to you. When the stamps are little, I like to turn them right side up and stamp them into the ink pad. When they're bigger, I'll take my ink pad and I'll stamp it onto the block so I can see that there's ink everywhere. Sometimes when there's a lot of solid surface, or if the stamp's real big, that way you can see, like this, that you got everything. But you can always ink up the little ones this way also. And you don't need to push too hard. All right, so this is our circle stamp, and we're done stamping. Now this one is flat, and this one gets that quarter piece of, oops, a strip. Come on, separate. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not follow those directions. I'm just going to cut a little bit at the edge, because you can. Look, all of this is sticky too. It goes around the entire edge, and we don't want to waste that too. So I'm just going to, and it's a little thicker, kind of like that. I'm going to put that on the back of my circle here. Thicker this way, not thicker tall ways. All right, we're done with that one. And here's where I put my flat stickies. We're almost done with these 2 cards. And you get to make 6 more, just like them. Have any of you gotten anything from our kits collection, or perhaps our Paper Pumpkin? Paper Pumpkin is our subscription service. It's almost exactly like this, but it's always a surprise in the mail. Sometimes they have specials on those, but we've never had a special on the kits collection. The kits is fun because you get to see what you're getting before you get it. Sometimes people don't like surprises. Sometimes you like to know what you're getting before you get it. And some people love surprises. So depending on what type of crafter you are, if you want to know beforehand, then the kits collection is for you. And if you want to be surprised with brand new things that you can't get except for during the subscription period, Paper Pumpkin is for you. So this is a kit that you can get right now. So cute. Look at all the sparkles in there. This is sparkly too. Oh, we need to decorate with the rhinestones. Okay, so it's just 1 on this one. So it looks like we use a whole row, making 2 cards, and we make 8. So then you're left with another 7 of these little jewels to play with whatever you want. So here are the 2 cards that this kit makes. I'm going to drop this down for just a second. Oops. There we go. So this is the Light Your Candles card kit. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll probably be back on later this weekend with a few more fun things. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend coming up here. Is it hot by you? It's a little bit hot here, but it's not too bad. Excuse me. And I also have some news coming up about some new ways to stamp with me. So make sure you're on my email list. The link is in the description here on this video. And and also we have a new catalog coming up and celebration. So if you would like a catalog shipped to you, I can do that. All of my current customers may get one. Here's some free things that you can earn with your purchases during the month of July and August. Here's some sneak peeks. I can't open this right now because it's not officially live, but if I mail you one, you can open it. Here's a few hints on the back of that one. This is all your free stuff. Isn't that pretty? And then here is the Christmas mini, July through December. So there's a bunch of fall things and Halloween and a lot of Christmas. So lots of fun things in this catalog, guys. So if you want to get your hands on this, please message me. You can message me at Deb Joy Smeek at Delight of My Art. And here's just a little sneak peek of some things on the catalog. So thank you for watching. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will catch you soon. Bye.